Slay the Spire! It's what we're going to next. Hey, I thought about doing Inscription, but it just requires a lot more focus on the story than being able to chat like we were able to do in Super Auto Pets about the game or just whatever's going on. So I think I'll save Inscription for maybe a streaming thing if it ever comes to that, but the way we're going to do Slay the Spire is we're going to take it one character at a time, once per day. In fact, we're going to go ahead and start at 0 Ascension almost as if we're starting this brand new adventure. So, the way it's going to work, one character an episode, as I stated. Episode 1, it's going to be all about the Ironclad. We're going to do as many runs as we see fit to get the episode, you know, a nice length, a nice little something that you can have on the background if you're working or if you're just trying to fill some empty space. White noise, they call it. Forgive me. Had to take a drink. Alright. Starting with the Ironclad. Let's hit the road. Enemies in the next room having 3 HP is absolutely wonderful. Can we hit an elite with that? We almost can. 1, 2, 3. If we were immensely lucky, it is entirely possible that we actually make it there. Yes. Though I do want to hit as many elites as possible. In these early runs, we're going to take the far left path instead. These fools just have 1 HP, so we're just going to hit them twice and move on from that. Ooh. I already see a power build here. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's start with the power build. You know, I gotta be honest with you. It's been so long since I've... Give me max HP. Since I've played this game, I feel a little rusty. Honestly, there's nothing that I want healed. And do I want something removed from my deck? If I wanted anything removed, it would probably be either Bash or one of my strikes. But I don't think it's worth it right now. Not yet, anyway. Third event. Oh great, it's my defend card. Bye. That thing is so old. Bonk, moving on. Alright, what do we got? Draw 3 cards. You cannot draw additional cards this turn. That's nice, but I'm not sure. Searing Blow can be upgraded any number of times. Draw a card, put a card from your hand into the top of your draw pile and exhaust. May I be reminded what this does when I upgrade it? 2 cards. Could be nice. Let's take it. We have an opportunity to smith. It's definitely gonna... It's gotta be combust for now. Since my idea is to go for a power build, it's gotta be combust. And there goes that relic. We haven't found another power card that would help us for a little bit. Whenever you draw a status card, draw 1 card. If we had fire breathing, that could be huge. I think Sword Boomerang is going to end up being just a little better for us, and we get to go ahead and enhance that too. 3 damage to random enemies 4 times is pretty nice. Yeah, definitely give me Orichalcum. I love it. All right. Knob, a lot of HP, looking to use a buff. Luckily, we can hit ya all 3 of those times and call it good. Orichalcum's going to give us 6 block. We have a skill potion. Is what I imagine them saying instead of that. 2 vulnerable into a weaken is kind of nice. That's 14 damage that I don't want you to do to me. I'd rather just have Orichalcum come in and hit you pretty hard. I don't have any energy. It's not worth using Warcry. I'm just gonna block the majority of the damage by not even attempting to block. You only get mad at me if I use a skill card. So I can play Combust. And I'll go ahead and reapply the Weaken since it just does more damage overall and end my turn. Orichalcum procs. We take minimal damage for it. This is not helpful. I would like to use Warcry to draw a card. That's what I want, and we'll put Defend on the top so we can just hit ya. Orichalcum procs, do a bit of damage. You are weakened. Only 8 damage? Oh, well, you perish this turn anyway. Good fight. Heal for 6. Bottled Tornadoes. Start with the power card. I'd love to start with Combust for sure. Spot Weakness is just a really good way to stack strength very easily. Hello, shopkeeper. What you got for me? Okay. Well, I don't like what we've been given here. Unceasing Top is great, but we can't afford it. Whenever a card is exhausted, gain 3 block. We don't have any cards that exhaust other than Warcry. So I suppose we could. Power Through doesn't really help us. It is nice to get that instant 15 block, but that's 2 wounds added to our deck. If we came across Fire Breathing, that'd be great. I think Iron Wave is great for a bit of attack and defense. Carnage is just a really powerful damage dealing card. Oh wait, we can't afford any of those now? What a shame. I don't feel like removing a card yet. I will go ahead and pick up Carnage for a very good bonk card. And we'll save the gold for now. Moving on. Next elite fight. Oh boy. 3 sentries. Okay. Well, this one intends on attacking, so we can immediately get a strength buff. We're now doing some decent damage. I think I would rather... I think I'd rather defend here. And I'm going to use Warcry just so I can put... I changed my mind. I want that back at the top of my deck. I would rather have Sword Boomerang at the ready instead of that. Dazed is being added to our deck. We block that damage a little bit. Orichalcum is going to quickly find itself to be not the most useful card. Sword Boomerang for sure. Does some good damage. Let's go ahead and... I don't think we have... Yeah, we can't take out you because then Combust is going to proc. We're eating 4 damage only because we use Iron Wave. I forget if there was another attack in our hand that we could have played instead of that just so we could have Orichalcum proc. So, you're dead, and you are closer to dead. Orichalcum, 7 damage. And more Dazed. I'm convinced I'm about to draw a handful of Dazed. You're not going to believe me, but I didn't. Permanent Strength and a bonk, he's gone. Normal enemy combatants are no longer triggered in the question mark spaces is incredible. Dropkick is nice. We just need to get cards that apply vulnerable, but I think I'd rather do damage to all enemies. We piss him off. We can afford to piss him off. So, Combust is great. Cleave is great. Does damage to everybody. And I would prefer Orichalcum to proc to completely block 1 attack. End our turn. We're only eating 6 damage here. And 2 of them are perishing just from ending our turn. So we'll do damage to the middle one, assuming we get an attack card, and we win. Look at that. That is 7 damage, right? Yep. Easy. Gold. Mushroom. Explosive Potion. I love both of these cards. I think I would rather take Headbutt, though. Next fight against 2 more mushrooms. Combust is already at the start. Combust, Cleave, Sword Boomerang. Not enough, but we do block and attack completely thanks to Orichalcum. Can I be honest with you? I should be doing homework right now. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's not even 2 o'clock yet. I have time. Apply 1 week to all enemies. It's nice. 2 week to all enemies. But it's nice, but it exhausts. Whenever you play an attack this turn, gain 3 block. If we're able to... If we're able to hold that in our hand some way in the future, it would be incredible. So, I gotta be honest with you. Being able to stack damage faster, more effectively, would be incredible. And our first boss fight. Combust. I like everything that's here. Good start. We'll do passive damage. We may as well use one of our skill potions to try and make something happen here a little more effectively. You are preparing for a bigger bonk. What do we got here? You play the top card of your draw pile and exhaust it. Enemy loses 2 strength. Let me go ahead and have disarm for now. And it doesn't exhaust, so we're going to use it. That is a fun amount of defense there. Preparing for a hard bonk. We need to do at least 21 damage to him this turn. Well, we did it. But I'm not happy about it. Let's weaken him as much as possible. We'll save our skill potion and end our turn. That's okay. A 50-50 split, not that big of a deal. It's actually not that scary. So we could have 10 block and only take 6 damage, and then put a card from your discard pile on top of your draw pile. Well, we don't have anything in our discard pile yet, but I do want to do that damage. So if we play both of our defense and head bonk and then just put a defend at the top of our deck for next turn, we'll be okay. Disgusting. Ouch. We're fine. No big deal. 11 damage. That's right. You're weakened. We also don't get very much in terms of defense. It would have been better to just use Orichalcum at that point. I'm not displeased. However, that is a little unlucky. I did want to attack. Actually, this is great. Because you're only going to split into an 8-8, which means I only need to do 1 damage to both of you. Spot weakness is wonderful. Gain 3 block. I'd rather Orichalcum do it for me. And I want to... 14 damage to you is going to bring you down to... Okay. I think I'm going to get rid of you. And I'll go ahead and get rid of a slime, Orichalcum. You're dead on our next turn, and we need to do at least 9 damage to both of you. So we just need a attack card for both of you. He's done it. And that's game. Cool. Good deck. Impervious. Gain 30 block and exhaust. Fiend Fire. Exhaust your hand and deal 7 damage. Put a card from your exhaust pile into your hand. I hate all of these, but I think Impervious is our best option for the if we absolutely need defense. I almost hit skip chest. I almost cried. All of these are bad. Now, if one of my friends is watching this, he would say, actually, Snecko Eye is statistically the best relic in the game. And you know what I say to that? Not for me. We'll take Tiny House. I would have rather you upgraded almost anything else. Thanks for the potions. And go ahead and give me a Twin Strike. Well, our options are certainly limited. I do like... We should definitely continue to fight elites as much as possible. I don't know what route to take for the best elites, though. If we take the far right path, we get 3 shops on the way up and 1 elite. Or if we take the far left path, we would hit 2 elites and no shops. I think I'd rather hit a few shops and 1 elite. I did not want to go up against the Cotton Ball, though. We just gotta hit ya. Nah, I don't want Warcry. Alright, you're gonna increase that to 42. That's a shame. Alright. 10 damage. Rage. Strike. Cleave. Defend. And we block all of it. And do a bit of extra damage to ya. Now we have Frail. Yeah, I didn't think I could kill ya. I knew it would be close, but it's not going to be a kill. What is the right choice, though? Headbutt? Give me Sword Boomerang again. And Orichalcum's just going to give me more defense, so I'm just going to hit ya. I may have been able to kill with just Carnage. 9 minus 20 is 11. So he would have taken... No, he would have lived with 2 HP. Wouldn't have mattered. He's dead now, though. It's another headbutt. Heavy Blade is great. We just don't have a consistent way of gaining strength because we haven't found the right cards for it. Why did I take it? Because I'm a... No. Just a no. I actually need my gold, thanks. Okay. 5 block. I'd rather gain the Orichalcum stuff. Let me go ahead and take an attack, though. And it's gonna be free. Let me take Clothesline, just to apply weak to you, so you're doing less damage to me. That also means Orichalcum is gonna completely block every... You just die, actually. You're just dead. Grab him, burr. Brr. My dexterity has increased. How dare you? Cleave. I could almost... Actually? You're dead. You're almost dead. I'm not upset. You're upset. It's only going to do 3 damage to us and apply Frail. No, it just gives him block. What am I thinking? You're attacking, spot weakness, and here's 28 damage. Decreased to 19 because of your block. Thank you for your red mask. We're moving on. 13 damage, 2 weak, and 2 vulnerable. Dual wield. Choose an attack or power card and add a copy of that card to your hand. I have an idea. Let's see what the shop has to offer this time around. There it is! Rupture. It's what we needed. Okay. Stop. Everybody shut up. Stop freaking out. It's not time for celebration yet. Disarm is great for some good debuffs. We don't have a way of applying debuffs effectively for dropkick and specifically vulnerable at that point. What are our relics? Break an enemy's block, apply 2 vulnerable. Well, how about that? At the start of your turn, deal 3 damage to all enemies. That's kind of nice. At the start of each combat, heal for 2 HP. See, I know that this is helpful in upcoming scenarios, but I think we're going to forget about it for now. I don't think it's going to be necessary for us. Thank you. Let's take Headbutt, and we're going to remove a card from our deck. Which card? Good question. Honestly, I think it's got to be Bash. I do not see myself using it at all through these upcoming things. Let's go to some events, especially because we don't really need to fight at this point. I'll take my chances. Unfortunate. But the pen knob is pretty nice. We can get rid of that at our next shop. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. So combust, bada boom, we're already looking pretty good. Spot weakness, we're looking even better. 12 damage to all enemies or 7 damage to a random enemy 4 times. Okay, but if it hit one person, 7 times 4 is only 28. I mean, I'd rather hit all of you. Orichalcum, 7 more damage. It's going to be 8 total damage, and we lost a bit of gold. Well, this most certainly isn't what I was hoping for. Hey, but 34 damage is enough to get a kill, actually. So if we hit you twice, you're almost dead. You're just gone. And turn Orichalcum Burst. We win the fight, but I'm not pleased that you got away with getting 1 extra hit because we were 1 point of damage short. You know what? It doesn't matter. So we're working on having a lot of headbutts. Give me another one. Can we smith? What do we smith? Rupture. We need... I wish there was a way to start our turn with Rupture consistently. Oh! Wow. Yes, please. And that's all we're gonna purchase. I did buy something. Moving on. Alright, we got one more shop to hit up. My moral compass tells me no. Nice. One more shop. Let's see if we can even afford... You've got to be kidding me. What? Yup. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Moving on. Oh, good. My favorite elite fight on this floor. Combust. Rupture. We're now permanently gaining strength. Apply 3 vulnerable artifact. Random skill. I'd rather just hit one of you twice and eat the unfortunate damage. And our turn. Orichalcum procs. All of you get hit. We gain 1 strength. Ow. Stop it. Ow. Please. Pain. There's Rupture Plus. Now we're gaining 3 strength at the end of our turn. Sword Boomerang, please. I'll take that. Let me hit you with Iron Wave. It would have been more beneficial for me to do the other thing. It's fine. Combust procs does damage to everybody. I have been doing this completely wrong because that fool in the back is about to entangle us. We are now incapable of using any attacks this turn. Because of that. Skill Potion. I hate it. Give me spot weakness for the future. Let me use it on you. And defend. Would have rather Orichalcum proc. What am I doing? We don't perish, but we're taking a lot of unfortunate hits that I didn't want to take. Ow. It's an elite fight. It happens. Spot weakness. We have 14 strength. That's doing 63 damage. Oh my god. So, you're dead. Okay. You need to leave. I probably should have... Actually, no. Orichalcum's gonna proc and we're gonna block almost all of it. You perish. You're only doing 1 damage to us. Ow. That doesn't matter. You're gone. Okay, look, that could have been better, but it wasn't bad. If we have Rupture applied, that's going to work for us beautifully. We snooze here. Our pen knob is active, as much as I would love to save that for our boss coming up. Ooh. Okay. So, we'll have one more fight, and I'm willing to bet on who it's going to be. So, we snooze for the extra 30, and then snooze again, hopefully not taking much damage in our next fight, to be fully prepared for the... Yeah, I think we gotta sleep here. This was not the fight I thought it was going to be, though it's arguably worse. I am just going to apply all the rupture, saving my pen knob for an even stronger attack that I'm hoping I'll be able to use now that I've, you know, been hit like this. Give me this back. Orichalcum's gonna give me 6. I've got to play it like this. Gain a dexterity, Orichalcum. Ow. There's the number for the day. Why did you make all this stuff? 3, it's fine, actually. We're gonna hit ya. I'm gonna take this. We're gonna hit ya. And then we get to do that damage. If you made Impervious free, well, thank you. I didn't even notice. Spot weakness. And then Heavy Blade. 13 attack in that short fight is pretty nice. I don't like anything here. Rage is cool. We already have one. We could have 2. I don't know if another sword boomerang is the right play. Let's skip on this one. I'm confident, but not so confident that I want to smith. I'd rather have full HP going into this fight. Alright, second boss. Already starting off with our 2 best power cards. We'll hit you and end our turn. Not a big deal. And he's gonna summon some minions. Okay. Now, I don't think they have a way of applying debuffs to me. I will go ahead and drink both of my artifacts, though. And let's apply another Rupture. So this is going to hurt a lot. This is only going to... Orichalcum just gives us more at that point. What is in our discard pile? Just a bunch of headbutts? It's going to be like all of our headbutts. So if we headbutt you to put a headbutt on top of our deck for another headbutt and hit you. Pen Nib is active, so we need to... We'll use that with a very strong attack next turn, is the idea. 18 damage. Ouch. What do we got? Something here is going to have Pen Nib applied to it. So, if I Iron Wave, weaken you, headbutt to put that back in my deck, and then hit ya, we gain a bit of dexterity, and Combust is going to kill ya. And you are applying a buff to yourself. And then you're working on debuffing us. So if we Rupture, use this card, we give ourselves Strength because of Rupture. And then we're just looking to do the most damage possible here. It's going to be with Cleave. And we end our turn. Orichalcum procs, and so does Combust, stacking our Strength. Heavy Blade is coming, and it's going to hit you really hard. Does our artifact block this? We're so smart! We're so smart. Okay. Dual wield sword boomerang. You're not attacking us, but if we sword boomerang you twice, that's just a lot of damage. And we end our turn. We could have applied vulnerable to you. That might have actually killed you. It's fine. Defense and strength, you're not summoning any minions. Hey, I don't blame you, because you're dead. Wow. Yeah, that was a lot of damage. That fight was really smooth. I did not expect it to go that smooth. Listen. We gotta do it. We just gotta. Oh dear. So all of these are bad. We definitely need to rest. Throwing away our availability to rest is not an option. No longer see enemy intents is a fun ability, but it makes the game an unnecessary challenge. So the only one that makes sense is to take the runic cube. Whenever we lose HP, we draw a card. We have 150 gold. This floor, we are avoiding elites. We always avoid elites on the 3rd floor as much as possible. What's the safest route? We could take the middlemost route following... There are minimal fights if we do that. Are there any shops? No. Could we take... We would hit this shop and end up taking more or less the same route going up. But it would mean more fights just for the shop, when an event could end up being a shop. Guaranteed shop or a random shop? I'd rather take a guaranteed. My luck stat is not great. I bet we can handle at least 3 fights leading up to what's coming. I think we can do it. So combust. We could almost take one of you out completely. We'll rupture. There's nothing to get back from our deck, but we will do that. Or Calcrum procs doing damage to everyone, and we fully block. Dude, that's right. Runic Cube is just going to give us a card, and we take damage, which means it could end up screwing us over big time. Look, there wasn't a right choice there. It was just which one is not the worst. Okay, you have thorns, and that's seriously gonna hurt me. Impervious. Cleave. You block all of that. Pen Nib is ready for our next turn. Runic Cube is not great. It is not helping us here at all. So can we kill you? 18 damage twice. You have 5 thorns. You're just dead. Honestly, I think I'd rather just apply Demon Form and end our turn to let Combust do what we need. Because you're only buffing your thorns. So now, that's pretty lucky. Because we can use both of this. We fully block your thorns and then you perish. And we heal off of that. Thunder Schlap is nice. True Grit's kind of good, but I don't want to... Because of the effects of Runic Cube, it might not end up being very helpful to us. We'll take Thunder Schlap instead and go to our guaranteed shop and heal for a little bit. What do we got? Whirlwind is incredible. There's nothing else here that we can immediately afford. Distilled Chaos and Duplication Potion are very, very good, though. However, it's infinitely more beneficial than that we do that. I know we can't afford anything anymore, basically, but that was easily worth our gold more than anything else there was. Okay. No more shops for the run. We just got fights. So you intend on hitting me. Spot weakness. Combust. Rupture. I could not care less. No, our demon form! Oh, thank you. I mean, that's nice that Runic Cube does that for us, but it's not what I need. Okay, if we... So this is a lot of damage coming out to us, I'm now realizing. 8 damage to a random enemy. I think we got a dual wield Thunderclap to do 24 damage and apply vulnerable to everybody. We'll end our turn. Orichalcum procs, get a card. and you two are close to dying, you'll just perish at the start of our next turn, and we're gonna eat a lot of damage. So if we heavy blade you, in fact, I'd rather just not take the extra damage, give this back to me. Oh yeah, not enough energy. Whatever will I do? Clash is nice, especially because of how many attack cards we're getting. I think we can make it work. Not a cotton ball, man. Okay. Combust, Rupture is absolutely necessary. Orichalcum's gonna block the attack from the Thorns man completely. Let's start hitting you and we'll end our turn. Ow. Pain. Cleave is incredible. That's 58 block that we've got to burn through. My god, okay. So... 16 damage, you'll die on our next turn. Three attacks in a single turn, gain dexterity. Yeah, we could do that. So if we do this, you perish on our next turn. Then if we hit you, we'll go ahead and take Heavy Blade back. And then we'll hit you. And we'll take one of our headbutts back. Gains a dexterity. We'll end our turn. Orichalcum's gonna block most of the damage from this. Okay. So Heavy Blade is now doing 29 damage. We can completely knock out their shield. Okay, but this is a lot of damage coming our way. I think Impervious is the only one that makes sense. And to avoid getting rid of that shield completely, let's use Rupture so we gain more, and then we can use Clash because all we have is attacks and we end up doing a bit of damage. Pen Nib is active for our next attack, and we're hoping we can get one that'll one-shot the boy in the back there. So we drew no attack cards. So what's the best course of action? Orichalcum's gonna give us 6. So if we use Demon Form and end our turn, we'll Combust, rest in peace that card. I would have loved to have used that. Okay. Pen Nib is active. You all die. There was definitely a better way to do that. You've given me a way to have more strength. Does this mean I lose the red mask? I don't know what I tunes. Upon reaching the tomb, you notice a slot for gold coins within the description above it. Don the red mask. Cool. Well, I'll take it. If we happen to come across another shop, it's going to be incredible for us. We have to snooze. I refuse not to snooze there. Another event. Unfortunate. I'd rather lose 5 maximum HP, especially since we gained a bit. We'll snooze again. We're basically at full. Alright, cool. That's great. We'll take this route, get a chest. Future card rewards have 1 additional choice. Sure, why not? This is a wonderful opportunity to smith. What are we smithing? Demon Form doesn't decrease its cost. I mean, Let's do another Rupture so we stack our strength even faster. What's the right path? The right path. This is not worth it. Next fight. A little dangerous, but doable. So we drew no attack cards. Let's defend. We can War Cry here, maybe get something. Let me put Dual Wield at the top of my deck. And I'm going to hit you in the back. And drink a block potion. Do damage to everybody. We're going to block most of this. I really didn't feel like taking this many hits from the squad. There's Rupture. And there's a Headbutt. Okay. Okay. Spot weakness is here. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and get Rupture going. Sword Boomerang is too risky, especially with having, you know, no HP. But if we Headbutt ya and bring back Spot Weakness, you perish due to our Combust. I forgot. Our Runic Cube is going to screw us over whenever we use Headbutt to put something at the top of our deck. Because it's immediately going to put it right back into our draw pile. Okay, what can we do here? If we... You're doing 7 damage. I'd like to just get rid of you if possible. Boom. Easy. If I defend, Orichalcum won't proc. Actually, yes it will. Because then my block is going to be removed, and then Orichalcum will go ahead and do its thing. Huge brain. We only ended up taking 1 damage. And we have 8 strength. That's definitely... We have... Nice. Okay. Can we... If I hit you with this, we take no damage. And then I'll end my turn. And that'll cause you to perish. You'll now have 9 thorns. Can we come up with a 9 block? You wouldn't believe. But we did. Strength potion is great. There's Whirlwind if we want it. Let's take it. Yeah. Oh boy. Our boss fight's gonna be a hard one for sure. Let's refight a boss from Act 1. It's my least favorite one. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. So, Demon Form right off the bat is almost necessary. But we're not gonna do it. We're going to go ahead and get Combust going and hit you as hard as we can with Heavy Blade and move on. Rest in peace our Inflame card because of Runic Cube. Yep, there's the 7x6 that I was afraid of and currently have no way of blocking all of it. Rupture. It's just not worth using that. So this is gonna hurt a lot. It's okay. We can take it, but I would have preferred, like, not having that happen. Ouch. Okay. Flex. Let's gain that strength. Let's hit you as hard as we can. And move on. Orichalcum procs. We defend all of what's coming our way. Pen Nib is ready for a good hit. Twin Strike is great. Let's go ahead and get another Rupture out here. And Headbutt ya. This, whatever card we decide is immediately going to be put at the bottom of our deck. So if we take this and end our turn, we're going to be hit, we draw it, and it goes away. There's Whirlwind, and you almost die from that, but you don't. Let's do Orichalcum will block all of that. So if we headbutt you, it doesn't matter. And then headbutt you. This matters though. We can put Inflame. And then we'll use Cleave. And end our turn. We'll do 1 damage. Oh wait, that's right. We definitely did that in the wrong order. My brain was thinking, just not in the way I needed it to. 94 damage, you're gone. Whenever you exhaust a card, deal 3 damage to all enemies. I mean, I'll take it, thanks, but I don't know how often that's going to happen. Please don't be the thing I'm thinking it's going to be. Okay. Bless. However, this is still a really risky thing. Combust, Rupture, and we just need to put you down as fast as possible. Let's get that going. You know, if I drank my energy potion, I would be able to get Clash to proc. Because we can dual wield Clash. Get 2 of them out on the field. Hit ya. Hit ya. We're not trying to kill you. Our Combust will do that, and Pednib is ready for our next turn. Does damage to everybody. All of you are going to apply shields to yourselves. Oh boy. Not what I want. Certainly not what I need. Okay. Inflame. Spot weakness. Okay. We can just straight up execute one of you. Or we can gain 6 block and execute one of you. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. You're gonna start to regrow, but the amount of strength that we have at this point is a little crazy, which is why we only drew 1 attack card. It's Warcry, and put one of our basic defense away. Does some damage. Flex. Twin Strike is 20 damage twice. Let's get rid of you. And I wish I had another card, but we'll go ahead and use Inflame just to get that going, and here's a defend card. You're gonna regrow, and you're applying more shield buffs. You are now regrowing. You're on the field with 27. Can we deal 27 damage to you? Yeah. We heal and can add 1 more card to our deck. It's gotta be double tap. And we need to snooze, no question. 54 HP, a strength potion and a vulnerable potion. Hey, like, there's not much we can do. And against this boss, of all the bosses it could have been, you hurt me. Truly you do. So we didn't draw Rupture on our first turn. Let's do Combust and drink the strength potion. Almost as if we did draw Combust. Or, Rupture. If we play double tap, and then Sword Boomerang, and then we can Clash you. Dexterity procs, Orichalcum. We're taking a hefty amount of damage from that first attack. Kinda hurts. Kinda hurts. Ouch. There's Rupture, though. And you healed for 10, almost as if nothing happened. Inflame. I'm committing to this, even if it does buff you. There's Flex. And you perish due to that. I'm going to hit you. Orichalcum is going to completely block that attack. We're taking 23 damage. Ouch. There's Whirlwind, though. That's nice. We cannot afford to play a power card here. 9 times 4 is a lot of damage. In fact, that's 36 damage. In fact, I think we perish. There might be a way around this. If we Warcry... Okay, yeah, that didn't help us. It is going to do 3 damage to you, but it didn't help us. So, if we defend And then Whirlwind, that's our best bet at doing the most amount of damage to you. But unfortunately, we just didn't have enough defense cards to bring us home there. Honestly, it's a pretty good run though. I'm not upset about it. It seems to be a going theme. Whenever I go for a power build, this is the boss we always face. But hey, thanks for watching. If you happen to enjoy, hit the like button. Check out the other Spire videos that'll be popping up in the playlist right about now. Though if you're watching this and it's the first episode, there's not going to be any. You'll have to wait until another day. Beyond the point, thank you for watching. Check out the others. Check out the channel. Check out Super Auto Pets if you haven't seen any of those. And tune in next time where we will tackle the Spire once again with the Silent. And I hope you have a good one.